Jonah was a man who received a divine mission. The word of the Lord came to Jonah, son of Amittai, with a clear directive: to go to Nineveh, a great city known for its wickedness, and to cry against it. But instead of heading east to Nineveh, Jonah chose to flee westward to Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord. He found a ship bound for his chosen destination, paid his fare, and settled in for the voyage. But the Lord, it seems, was not so easily evaded. A great wind stirred up a tempest so violent that the ship was on the verge of shattering. The mariners, fearful for their lives, each prayed to his own God and threw the cargo overboard to lighten the ship. But where was Jonah during all this? He was deep within the ship, sound asleep. The shipmaster woke Jonah and implored him to call upon his God, hoping that divine intervention might spare them from their perilous situation. The crew cast lots to determine who was responsible for their predicament, and the lot fell upon Jonah. When questioned about his identity and occupation, Jonah admitted that he was a Hebrew who feared the Lord, the God of heaven who created the sea and dry land. The men were terrified upon realizing that Jonah was fleeing from the presence of the Lord. They asked Jonah what they should do to calm the sea. Jonah, taking responsibility for the storm, told them to throw him into the sea. Despite their best efforts to row to land, the sea grew even more tempestuous. Reluctantly, they cried out to the Lord, pleading not to be held accountable for taking Jonah's life, and then they threw him overboard. Immediately the sea ceased its raging. The men, overcome with fear, offered a sacrifice to the Lord and made vows. Meanwhile, the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow Jonah. Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. This tale of Jonah is a powerful story about disobedience and redemption. Jonah's attempt to run from his divine assignment led him into the belly of a whale. His story teaches us that we cannot run from our responsibilities or the consequences of our actions. Instead, we should embrace the tasks set before us, even when they seem daunting or uncomfortable. Only then can we truly find peace and fulfillment in our lives.